Hi, I'm Bernard Nomberg with the Nomberg Law Firm in Birmingham, Alabama. And I want to take a couple of minutes to explain the differences between three very different areas that are sometimes confusing, but a lot of times work in conjunction and possibly at the same time for our clients. And that's the difference between workers' compensation, Social Security disability, and short and or long-term disability policies of insurance. First and foremost, workers' compensation that we handle is a state-based, state laws work comp set of laws that help to protect injured workers who are sustain personal injuries on the job in our state. This is also sometimes can deal with federal employees who are hurt on the job, but that's federal workers' comp. It also can deal with people who are employed by the state of Alabama, but that's an entirely different system. What I'm mainly referring to are people who are employed by employees who are employed with businesses, employers in the state of Alabama who are subject to the Alabama workers' compensation laws. If you're hurt on the job, there are 4 or 5 basic rights that you would be entitled to in most instances, including medical care, compensation, reimbursement for mileage, and several other related issues. Now, at the same time, a person can also apply for Social Security disability if they feel that it's warranted in the right situations. That's a federal set of laws, but oftentimes can be pursued at the same time. When you apply for Social Security disability, it's your way of representing to the government and really to the world that you cannot work based on disability. Now, the disability does not have to be solely limited to the issues that you sustain, the medical conditions that you sustained while working on the job. All major medical issues can be included. For example, if someone injures their back while working on the job, that's one medical condition that can be included in your application for disability benefits with Social Security Administration. But additionally, if you also have other unrelated to work medical conditions can also be considered. For example, if you have glaucoma, suffer from migraines, high blood pressure, asthma, there's a whole host of a never-ending list of other medical conditions. It's a different standard compared to Alabama workers' compensation, and depending on your age and your circumstances will determine whether you meet the criteria for disability for Social Security. Now, where the interplay comes in is that Social Security has the right for an offset in most instances from the amount of workers' comp benefits that you receive. We explain those in different videos, but there is something that needs to be mindful of and something you have to deal with is if you're receiving workers' compensation benefits, those weekly or bi-weekly checks, Social Security Administration will ask about those and has the right to know about those, and we can help you deal with that. Now, the third area is short or long-term disability. Usually that comes into play when workers' compensation does not. For example, if you get hurt on the job but your injury claim is denied and the doctors are not of the opinion that the injuries that you're dealing with came from an accident or event or something at work, so you don't have most of the benefits, or usually any of the benefits of workers' compensation. Hopefully you have in place a short-term or long-term disability policy that could come into play. And typically your treating doctor would fill out the required forms, etc. There's a lot of things you have to do to qualify for short-term or long-term disability. Often in those policies for disability, it is required that you file for Social Security disability at the same time. And there's other interrelated instances, but it's extremely rare that a person can receive work comp benefits, and short or long-term disability benefits at the same time or during the same case. There's a lot of other interplay between these three different and distinct areas of the law for your protection. If you have questions or concerns, please give us a call. It's a pretty difficult set of circumstances to navigate, but we deal with this quite a bit. We may be reached at 205-930-6900. That's our office number in Birmingham, Alabama. Our website is nomberglaw.com. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and tell us why. And if you didn't care for it, we'd like to hear about that as well. Subscribing to our YouTube channel will ensure that you get the new videos as they come out, which is just about weekly. Lastly, we can also be found on Facebook and Twitter.